Before this video ends, you'll hear stories so disturbing that some people still refuse to live in these houses, even today. What you're about to hear is not fiction. These places exist. People died there, and in many cases, something never left. If you love horror movies, you've probably noticed how often haunted houses appear in stories set in the United States. What most people don't know is that many of those films were inspired by real locations, real families, and real tragedies. Over time, these stories have been told by neighbors, visitors, investigators, and survivors so often that they stopped being rumors and became legends. Tonight, you're about to enter some of the most terrifying real-life haunted houses in America. And once you hear what happened inside them, you might never look at an empty house the same way again. On Arthur Kill Road, a mansion stands surrounded by stories of fire, despair, and death. People report hearing children crying, voices arguing, and footsteps echoing through empty rooms. Some say multiple suicides happen there. Others claim the house itself feels alive, watching anyone who gets too close. In Los Angeles, a home once filled with laughter during a famous TV show became a place of fear after its owner died. New residents claim they see a man walking through the halls, doors closing by themselves, and lights turning on in the middle of the night. Many believe the former owner never truly left. Another mansion in the same city carries a darker reputation. It once belonged to a doctor suspected of being involved in one of the most brutal murders in American history. The crime was so violent that investigators believed only a surgeon could have done it. Since then, no one has been able to live in the house without reporting strange and terrifying experiences. In Philadelphia, an enormous estate with more than 100 rooms has remained abandoned for decades. Locals believe multiple spirits roam its halls. Despite its size and value, no one has ever explained why it was left behind. In Chicago, a luxurious mansion became a place of tragedy after its owner died and her husband later took his own life inside the house. People say their ghosts still wander the corridors, trapped in a place that never moved on. In Louisiana, one plantation is considered one of the most haunted locations in the country. Visitors claim to see a woman wandering the grounds at night, her story tied to cruelty, revenge, and a violent death. Many believe her spirit is forever bound to the land. In California, a massive house filled with endless hallways and thousands of windows was built by a woman who believed she was haunted by vengeful spirits. She never stopped building, hoping to confuse them. After her death, strange occurrences only intensified. Another mansion hides a terrifying secret beneath its floors. Once used as a luxury establishment, investigators later discovered multiple bodies in the basement, each marked in a disturbing way. Some say the spirits of those victims still remain. One abandoned house tells the story of a family destroyed by tragedy. After a fatal accident, violence followed, ending in death for everyone inside. Locals avoid the property, claiming the family's spirits still walk through the rooms. In a small town, one mansion was known as the home of a witch. According to legend, she practiced dark magic and was buried beneath the house. Many believe she never left. Another empty mansion inspired an entire season of a popular horror series. Though its full history is unclear, its reputation alone has kept it vacant for years. In Pennsylvania, an entire family vanished without a trace in the late 1800s. No bodies were found, but residents say they still see figures in the windows late at night. One of the most tragic houses belonged to a family plagued by repeated suicides, all happening inside the same home. Today, visitors still report unexplained events. In Iowa, a quiet house became the site of one of the most horrifying unsolved murders in American history. Visitors later reported hearing children's voices and seeing objects move on their own. One investigator even harmed himself after visiting. In Beverly Hills, a glamorous mansion hides a history of suspicious deaths and terrifying apparitions. Multiple residents claim to see shadowy figures and disturbing visions. In New Orleans, a historic mansion once owned by a woman known for extreme cruelty is believed to be haunted by the victims of her actions. People report hearing screams echoing through the walls. In Kansas, one small house is considered one of the most violently haunted in America. Objects reportedly fly through the air, targeting anyone inside. Some of the most famous horror movies were inspired by real families who claimed they were terrorized by unseen forces. Desperate for help, they turned to investigators whose names would later become legendary. In New York, one house